Chapter 2, Colloquium. This is where we sort of have an open discussion on the material in Chapter 2, and we read through the Grammatica section at the end, similar to what we did for Chapter 1. So let's get started with our beginning prayer. I will mute everybody. Whoop. We got some late arrivals. We'll wait till they join. They're almost all in. Whoop. One more. Okay, we'll get started. Whoop. That must be the magic word. I say, well, let's get started, and another person pops in. All right. Our starting prayer. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen. All right. Going to start going through the Grammatica Latina. There we go. This kind of summarizes everything that I've sort of been harping on in the last, well, actually, since we've entered Chapter 2, because this is where we, the Chapter 2 is where we start paying attention to the three gender. Well, we did it, of course, in Chapter 1 a little bit, but in Chapter 2, we begin to define some of these, and then we do the genitivus, the genitive, and then build a little more complicated sentences than we did in Chapter 1. Anyway, Grammatica Latina. Servus est vocabulum masculinum. Ancilla est vocabulum femininum. Oppidum est vocabulum neutrum. Now, I want to point something out here. Why is it vocabulum femininum? You'll have to unmute your microphones. Any takers?
Because vocabulum is a neuter word and femininum is matching it.
Yes. Now, ancilla is a feminine noun, but vocabulum, femininum goes with vocabulum, not ancilla, okay? So I occasionally see vocabulum feminina or something, or vocabulum masculinus, going back to the noun in the subject of the sentence, and that's not correct. The gender matching is for the words, for the adjective, well, for the adjectives that modify the noun that you pair with the noun, or in the case of when you have servus est, and then there's for example, we would say the servant is good, okay? We would say servus est bonus. There, bonus refers back to servus, but for these constructions, this is the noun, this is the adjective. You would say ancilla est bona. The handmaid is good. But here we're saying the word handmaid is a word, feminine, a feminine word or feminine noun. So Exempla, vocabula masculina, filius, dominus, puer, vir, fluvius, oceanus, numerus, liber, titulus, they are all masculinum, okay? Vocabula femina. Now notice something here. Vocabula here is plural. So we then need to then change the ending to plural. So vocabula feminina, where was I? Vocabula feminina, femina, woman, puella, filia, domina, insula, provincia, litera, familia, pagina, feminum. And what they mean by this is these all end in A, every last one of them, okay? The masculinum, they note they all end in US or R, either an ER, either an IR or where'd puer go, or an ER. Vocabula neutra, oppidum, imperium, vocabulum, capitulum, exemplum, pensum, neutrum, all ends in UM. So, any questions on chapter 2? Since this is a colloquium, other people have to talk. I'm sorry. It's the rules. No questions on chapter 2? Chapter 2 homework?
There was one where I put in that it said something like where I put in that they had two boys and a girl, and it marked it wrong because I was supposed to say 2 sons and a daughter, but that's what it is, I guess.
Oh,
That's not really a question.
was that in the,
It was in one of the pensum assignments.
really?
Yeah, it was one of the last ones. It was either the second one or the third one. I can't remember.
Okay. I seem to remember one that had the wrong. Yeah, they asked about sons and daughters, I think is what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't clear from the wording of the question, and then I messed it up. So whoops, my bad.
Yeah. I've been known to misread things from time to time myself. So how was it determined how people laughed and cried in Latin? How did they know what it sounded like? Well, pretty much it sounds like it does everywhere, I mean, crying is a fairly universal activity that humans do, and so is laughing. Maybe I don't understand the question, Francis. You mean, oh, you're thinking like chapter 3, they have sounds of there as one of the, as part of the, oh boy, every culture, language has its own little, like animal sounds or non-word sounds. And I don't recall what the source of those were. It's not something. There were children and people crying in the New and Old Testament. Excuse me, in the New and Old Testament, but they didn't actually use the sound. So I don't know where they got those. So yeah, what Francis is referring to is chapter 3. We actually get some verbs, well, we'll get to chapter 3 in a little bit, I think, depending upon how many questions there are on chapter 2. All right, tell you what, let's do. No, that was chapter 3. Yeah. We get verbs in whoops, let me go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we get verbs in chapter 3 finally. All right. Well, let's see. Let's start all the way at the beginning of chapter 2. Let's see here. The Grammatica Latina. This is basically a rehash of a lot of the stuff I've been doing in the charts. The next one is, let's start with a reading here. There we go. So do we have any volunteers to take, let's say the first paragraph?
I can do it.
Sure, go right ahead.
Julius vir Romanus est, Aemilia femina Romana est, Marcus est puer Romanus, Quintus quoque puer Romanus est, Julia est puella Romana.
Good. Oh, increase the size of the text. Sure. Let's do that. Let's see here. Oh, let me get rid of that. Oh dear, I may have gone too big. For some reason or other, when you resize this page, it doesn't resize terribly well. Oh yeah, that's right. We have that over there. Okay, yeah, it includes the there. Is that any better? That I think in all that moving around, it may have ended up about the same size. Did that help, Sharon? All right. Well, let's go on to the next section. Let's see, the box. Oh, I feel like an idiot. You're right. That is the do text only. Wow. Okay. I plead mental incapacity. I've been doing reports solidly for the last 2 weeks, which is enough to cause any let me skinny this down. There we go. That should be much better. How's that? Yeah. So who wants to take the second paragraph?
I can. I'd be happy to.
Go ahead.
Okay. Julius, Aemilia, Marcus, Quintus, Julia, Sira, Davus. I'm sorry. I'm reading the wrong one.
You're reading the wrong one.
I'm reading the wrong one.
Your
Marcus,
pronunciation is terrible. You didn't get a single word right.
I guess not. I'm so sorry. Marcus et Quintus non viri sed pueri sunt. Viri sunt Julius et Medus et Davus. Aemilia et Delia et Sira sunt feminae. Est ne feminae Julia? Non femina, sed parva puella est Julia.
Good. All right. Well, now's your time to chance to practice, Laura.
Oh, my chance to practice?
Yes.
Oh boy, okay. Julius, Aemilia, Marcus, Quintus, Julia, Sira, Davus, Delia medusque sunt familia Romana. Julius pater est, Aemilia est mater. Julius pater Marci et Quinti est. Julius that's it. Okay, I'll just stop right there.
Oh, wait. Is that the, oh, wait, where's the break in the, oh, no, there's more.
Oh, keep reading.
Going.
Okay. Julius pater Juliae quoque est. Aemilia est mater Marci et Quinti et Juliae. Marcus filius Julii est. Marcus filius Aemiliae est. Quintus quoque filius Julii et Aemiliae est. Julia est filia Julii et Aemiliae.
There we go. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Michael?
Yeah.
Can I make a comment?
Sure.
I think that second U in Julius is a short U, not a long U.
Yes, this is not,
Everybody's been saying Julius. It's not
Yeah.
Julius, it's Julius.
it's the one I used to say is there's
It's like us, like you and I are
yes,
us.
yes.
And so it's Filius, not Filius. And
Well,
Julius.
Well, it's not an sound. Okay.
But it's not a
like
U.
in,
It's not a U.
like in put, P-U-T, T, as in golf. It is an sound,
Ooh,
as in
okay.
put. So it is a filius. It is not a filius, however.
Filius.
Yes, filius. Yeah, there's a tendency in well, it's in English. We tend to make that long, but also Laura's Pius X pronunciation is slipping in there. Pius X may in the Liber Usualis just says make all the vowels long. And that works for singing, but not so much for pronunciation. So
Well, Michael, my point is because there's no macron over the second U.
right,
That
yeah,
tells
it's
you
short.
it tells you it has to be
Yeah.
a short vowel.
It's short. Yeah, it's short. Julius, not Julius. The one I used to say, we don't have, okay, like in let us pray, oremus is not oremus. There's no mooses. It is oremus. So just, yeah, watch that. All right, how about the next section? Let's see, can I go to the, oh yeah, I can roll over the next page. Ooh, that's a long one. Who's brave? Have anybody who's brave? Well, all right, I'll take somebody who's cowardly then.
Sharon
Good.
said she'll try.
Give it a try, Sharon.
I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone.
Yep.
Hopefully you guys can hear.
We can hear you. Can you see the,
okay.
can you see that you can see the screen okay, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Here, I'll highlight it. Wow, that's a long section. Okay, whoop, hold on. We got late. Yeah, okay. We'll start with that.
Quis es Marcus? Marcus puer Romanus est. Quis pater Marci est? Julius mater Marci est. Due es mater Marci? Mater Marci est Aemilia. Quae est Julia? Oh, sorry about the Jew. Julia est puella Romana. Quae mater Julia est? Aemiliae mater Juliae est. Mater Juliae est Julius. Julia filia Julii est. Qui sunt filii Julii? Oh, I read it as a sentence instead of a question. Qui sunt filii Julii? Filii Julii sunt Marcus et Quintus. Marcus, Quintus, Julique sunt tres liberi. Liberi sunt filii filicu. Oh, liberi sunt filii filique. Marcus est Quintus et Julia sunt liberi. Julii et Aemiliae. In familia Julii sunt tres liberi, duo filii et una filia.
Not bad. Let's see. Watch this word. Pronounce just that word.
Liberi.
I'm sorry, I stepped on you. Say it again.
Liberi.
That would be books. Liberi. It's now, and it may be just the way you're saying it. it sounds like there's a short I in there. And you don't want them to be a liber, that's book, whereas
Oh.
liber is child.
Oh,
So,
I thought I was saying the long I.
well, well, let's face it, Americans have different accents on their vowels, so maybe,
Liberty.
no, not, no,
I
liberty.
think she said it right the first time.
Liberty.
She
There we
said
go.
liberi.
Oh, okay,
Liberty.
there we go.
Okay, thank you.
And let's see, okay. And I think there was one or two places I thought, what was this word again?
Amelia.
All right. And whoops, where's the all right, there, I thought there was an Amelia in here. Ah, there we go. And that one?
Amelia.
Okay. Good. All right, who's up
Thank you.
next? Whoop. Oh. Well, whoever waited for the next passage was smart. That's a short one. Yeah, actually books would be libri. Since books are actually third declension. Who wants to do it? Try one next.
I'll give it a try.
Sure.
Okay, starting with where it says esne.
Yep. Whoop. Sorry, somebody just joined and
Esne medus filius Juliae. Medus filius Juliae non est. Medus est servus Juliae. Julius dominus mede est. Julius dominus servi est. Davus quoque servus est. Medus et Davus duo serve sunt. Julius est dominus mede et Davi. Julius dominus servorum est et pater liberorum.
good. What was, how'd you say that word?
So is it more like is an eh sound? The E becomes
No,
like
it's a long E, May-D.
made. Okay.
Your I sounded like it was getting chopped, and maybe
Oh.
that's the problem. Well, keep in mind that Zoom compresses the audio for faster, to keep the bandwidth down.
So I'm just
Awesome.
trying to think of like a way to remember this, because sometimes like for some reason, like in my brain, ever since like whenever I can remember, I could always never like think about long versus short. So I was thinking about maybe it's like the sound of A in the month of May. Is that similar?
For the E,
Or the E? Yeah, I'm just trying to like I do well with like kind of word association.
I would be, well, depends on how you pronounce May. I would watch it. It's a sound. You have to watch not turning it into an AY sound,
Okay.
like A, okay. If you take the word they, the EY is actually a diphthong in English. You go they, there's a trailing vowel in there. But they, and try not to put an E in there, or maybe may works, may, but try not to put that little sound at the end. May,
So is it more like medie?
Medi.
Medi.
There's no media in there. Medi.
Sorry.
MEDI.
I was talking to an Italian lady earlier today, so my sounds are all kind of mixed together.
Well, actually, in this case, the Italian should probably pronounce
Actually,
it the same.
Yeah, the E, like the E is like a modifier.
Also watch the E versus I, because you said serve, and it's servi.
Yes, Servi. Yeah,
Oh my God.
that was the other one.
Wait. Can you pronounce it again? My brain is not
Just look
right.
at the word.
Servi.
Yes. Servi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Servi.
So,
Davus,
okay.
Duo servisunt. Okay.
Servi sunt. So it's
Yes.
serving.
All right. Yeah, try to avoid Texas vowels here as best you can. Because we tend to, you tend to draw them out, maybe not so much in Texas, but certainly in the South, they tend to draw those vowels out. And I don't know, maybe they did that in the south of Rome. I don't know. Anyway, next.
I can try it.
Sure.
Esna delia filia Emiliae. Delia non est filia Emiliae. Delia ancilla Emiliae est. Emilia domina deliae est. Emilia domina ancillae est. Sira quoque ancilla est. Delia et Sira due ancillae sunt. Emilia domina ancillarum est.
Yeah, this is actually kind of hard to say because they switch between the Amelia and Emiliae, and they switch the endings around. And
I
so,
had to correct myself.
yeah, if you're not careful, you'll throw an ending in. So you have my sympathies there. Let's see, who else? Can we?
You got to combine the next two together.
Okay. Whoops. Any takers? Let's see, who hasn't gone yet? I should like have a little sheet and tick it up.
I'll go.
Go ahead, Adam.
Cuius servus est Davus, Davus servus Iulii est, cuius ancilla est Sira, Sira est ancilla Emiliae, quod liberi sunt in familia Iulii sunt tres. Tres? I'm not sure.
Trace.
What?
Trace.
Tres. Liberi.
Much like the French.
Okay. Quod filii et quod filiae, duo filii et una filia, quod servi sunt in familia sunt centum servi, in familia Iulii sunt multi servi, pauci liberi Iulius est dominus multorum suvet servorum.
Okay.
Did that sentence say that they had 100 servants?
It sure did.
Big thing.
Wow, this family must be rich.
Yes. Typically, if you lived in Rome, you would have, and you were, say, middle class, upper middle class. You would probably have maybe half a dozen to a dozen servants or slaves, really. Although not all what we would call servants were slaves. There were a number that were free, but they worked as a servant. Cooks, various other things. Could be freemen.
They've spared us the names of all 100.
Yes, they did. Thank goodness. But if he had 100 of them, that would be too many for a typical Roman house, even the very big houses. He would have to be owning property somewhere outside the city walls that was being farmed, for example.
That would actually make a lot of sense if he had like a estate that was like farmed.
Yeah, and possibly more than one. Or the other thing is, if he had that much money, he very likely had more than one house. It was very common for people in Rome during the hottest part of the year, i.e. August. They would go to the south part of Italy, around the Naples, what we would call Naples area.
Wouldn't that just be hotter?
They would go to the seashore resorts.
Oh, so at sea it would have. So Rome. Wait, Rome isn't on the coastline.
No, it is not.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. It's like 75 miles inland, isn't it?
I don't recall the distance, but yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Because the Romans used to have a port city like Porto or something, right?
Uh, uh,
At the mouth of the Tiber.
yes, Ostia.
Ostia.
Yeah. That is where the that is where they had essentially a big port there at the mouth of the Tiber, and then they used the Tiber itself to ship stuff up to Rome. That and
Yeah.
also wagons, carts, etc.
Michael?
Yeah.
Just a comment. It's interesting, the adjective ending generally matches the noun ending, so that you have due ancille, but with filii, it's duo filii.
Yes.
So that's one of those exceptions where you just have to remember that that's how they use the word two. They don't make it dui filii. And the other is that I read in the notes that centum is invariable.
Yes.
So whether or not you're talking about ancille or filii, it's centum.
It's centum. Yeah. Yeah. The only was it last? Well, anyway, one of the times in the notes, and I've forgotten which one it was. It might have been the last. Might have been the last class. I mentioned that the numbers, the counting numbers, are indeclinable except for 1, 2, and 3. Unus, duo, and tres. Now, unus is unus, una, unum. So that's got our favorite first, second declension ending. So unus, una, unum. But duo is duo, due, duo. And it's a rather strange animal.
Yeah.
And then tres is also tres, tres, tria, if I remember correctly. So it too is an irregular verb, noun, or noun or adjective. So enjoy it while you have the nice same endings, because we're going to kind of mess that up once we throw in the third declension. It has a different set of endings. They're similar, but they're not an exact match. All right. Let's see. Let's see what's oh, okay. I have to collapse that page back because I have to go to the next. Let's see here. I think we already read most of this one.
Where are we
There we go.
on that side panel?
Oh, here we go. We are on line. Well, we had just done through 41.
No, I meant on the side panel. You had your.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is part 2. This is Lectio Secunda. So it's
Well, I know that, but okay.
maybe I don't understand the question.
Okay. Oh, no, that's all right. Go ahead.
Okay. So who wants to who's the mathematician?
I can read it.
Sure.
Okay. Sorry, my eyes are filming over. Duo et tres numeri sunt. Is this centum or centum? Because there's no AE.
Yeah, short E.
No, the C. Is
But
it
oh, sorry, it's a soft C. Yes.
centum quoque numerus est. Numerus servorum est centum. Numerus liberorum est tres. Centum est magnus numerus. Tres parvus numerus est. Numerus servorum est magnus. Numerus liberorum parvus est. In familia Julii magnus numerus servorum parvus numerus liberorum est.
Okay. Now, who can tell me what that paragraph meant?
2 and 3 are numbers. Centum is also a number. When I haven't read the part on
100.
yeah, 100. Okay, that makes sense. The number of servants is 100.
Yep.
The number of books is 3, or librarians maybe.
Children.
Children.
Children. Liberorum is children.
Children.
Yes. Long
Oh.
I is children. Short I is books.
Oh, okay. So that should be liberorum, not liberorum, right?
No, liberorum. Long
Liberorum.
I is children.
Oh,
Short I is books.
I got it backwards. Okay. 100 is a big number. 3 is a small number. The number of servants is large.
Mhm.
The number of children is small. In the Julian family, there are many servants, but not many children.
Yeah, I would say
You could make that 2
the number of
sentences.
servants is large. The number
The
of
number of
small.
children is small.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you had the right meaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the important thing is when you read these is you get the meaning across, okay? If you're going to do a translation for somebody, then you take the time. to
Do
decide.
more precise. Yeah.
Okay,
Pauci liberi.
what?
Pauci liberi.
Did I miss something?
No, I was just commenting that the notes, they talk about the 2 different ways of saying that.
Am I missing it? Okay, where, oh, is it on? Oh, I guess it's not on that page. Okay. Anyway. All right. How about another volunteer? Juan, did you read? I don't think Juan read. Did you? Yet? Yep, there we go. Whoop.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can go ahead and read. Medos, Servos, Grecos est. Delia es ancilla greca. In familia Julio Sant multi servi Greci multoque ancilla greca esne Amelia femina greca. Amelia nan es femina greca, sed romana. Julius nan vir grecus, sed romanos est.
Ah, not too bad. Let me guess, you speak Spanish. Some of your Spanish is leaking through. Okay. Non, long O, Julius non via Grecus. Oh yeah, and watch the Julii. He's not a Julio.
Oh, Julie.
Let's see, what was the other one? There was another one.
Mul-
The handmaid, Anchila.
and Sheila.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
CI is a ch sound. Okay,
And Sheila.
Anchila, yes. And I think that's the biggest one.
How do you pronounce the multique?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, now let's just ignore the QU. Let's see, can I get just the QU? It's not gonna let me. All right, I'm gonna put the cursor over the QUE, kind of hide it. I don't know. Yeah, it is multe.
Multe.
Yeah, and then you add a que, multeque.
Multeque.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the enclitic for and. So in the Julian family are many Greek servants and many Greek handmaids.
Handmaids. Oh,
So multeque.
multeque.
All right. Let's see, who else we got in here? Who else can I pick on that I haven't heard?
Es que
Did I hear, oh, did Anna drop off? I thought Anna was on here. I don't see her. Okay. Maybe she has stage fright. Maria, I don't think we've heard from you yet. Oh, you got a long one. Oh, yeah.
Is that me?
Yep. You're the only Maria in the list.
Okay, Sparta opidum Braecunus, Sparta Delphi, Tusculumque tria opida sunt, duo opida Graeca et unum opidum Romanum in Graecia et in Italia manius numerus opidorum est, in Gallia est manius numerus pluviorum, pluvii Galliae magni sunt, magnine, sunt pluvii Africae.
Mhm.
In Africa unus fluvius magnus est, Nilus ceteri pluvii Africae parvi sunt, sunimane insulae Grece, Creta et Euboea, due insulae, Euboea.
By the way, I hate that island's name. There's too many vowels. Euboea.
Euboea, due insulae magnae sunt, cetere insulae Grece sunt parve.
Not bad, not bad.
That was nice.
Yeah, let's see now. I got to remember. Was it Gallia? Yeah, Gallia. I think you made that like a Gallia. I'm not sure if. Again, it's a little hard to tell over Skype because it does compress the audio a little bit. So.
Oh, Michael, would it be, okay, it is Africae, right? With the genitive? Africae, not Africae. Che?
No, it's
Oh,
off-
no, it is a che. Yeah, and
It
it's
is, okay.
yeah, and yes.
Yeah, it just feels weird to be using the soft C in that word, but it does make sense. It just feels kind of weird,
Yeah,
which is why I'm asking.
Wait.
That's,
It's not Che, it's K, isn't it?
no, it's che.
It is?
As in Chelum, Caelum.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's something that is kind of interesting. As we add the endings, it can change or it can have an impact, if you wish, on the root. So here we have Africa, the hard C.
Right.
But here we have Africae.
Mhm.
And that's a shift because, well, we okay, now this happens to be ablative, but pretend for the moment that long A isn't there. So what we do is we drop the A and then we add the various endings such as AE.
So it's Great Che.
Where we were talking about Africa, where's yes, Grece,
Great Che.
Grece, all right. Grecus, if it was, oh, wait a minute, this is Greece. Sorry, Grecia, yeah, Grecia, I did Greek instead. So Grecia, Grece, Grecia. But what's going to happen is Africa, and then, well, we don't have the plural, but the plural would be Africarum. that doesn't make any sense because Africa, there's only one Africa, but if it were a noun that allowed a plural, it would shift the sound. So yeah, that it's kind of it's something you have to watch out for when you're speaking it. And by the way, the purpose here in speaking it is it'll improve your speaking in church, hopefully. I have sat next to some folks in the past during Mass who just really slaughtered the pronunciation of some words.
They did that to please you.
They did,
Yeah.
or just to play with my mind, you know.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, a little mind game there. And you know that's not it's not exactly a criticism of them. They probably have never been taught, you know, it. And
So you're doing this for selfish purposes. You want us to sit next to you instead of the other folks.
I never thought of it that way, but yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Of course, the downside of that is you have to put up with my singing. So, but at least you'll hear me pronounce it right.
As long
I
as
was just gonna say, if
pronounce
you,
the words correctly.
I was just gonna say, if you want to just sit next to me, you could always join choir.
That's probably not a great idea. Before my daughter, well, I guess before, I at one time I had 3 daughters and a wife in the choir, and for various reasons they all had to drop out. Like one of them lives in Connecticut, the other Fort Worth, and the other one has 2 small children. So so I did contribute a lot to the choir in the past. So I think I've earned my choir points. Let's see, what else was I going to say? So yeah, so you got to be careful, as those endings will change it. You're also going to see that the endings will change where the accent is on this, or shift the accent on the syllable. Let's see here. Is there a good, oh, okay. Let's take femina. So we go back 1 syllable, or sorry, well, it's never the last vowel. So we go back to the next vowel. That's a short vowel. So the accent goes on the vowel in front of it. So it's femina. Okay. If this were long, let's say the I was long, then it would be femina. You'd put the accent on the long one. But we don't do that here. We put it on this one. Well, the plural, do we have a feminarum? Do we have a feminarum in here? Oh, well, feminarum is F-E-M-I-N-A-R-U-M, and that A in the arum is long. So the accent then goes on the A. So I don't think we have anything quite like that in English. The S for plurals don't change where the accent goes. Although we do have words that are not regular, like child and children. But just, you know, be aware of that.
Michael, could you repeat that again? Because that's a good rule to remember.
Oh, let's see. Do we have a nice table here?
I think somewhere in there we had ancillarum.
Yeah, we had an ancillarum. Where was our ancilla? Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah, they're talking about the 100. Where are the 100? I think that's actually in Gustavus. Oh, yeah, here we go. No? Where was it? I do not see. Yeah, oh well, anyway. Yeah, so ancilla here, we'll do it this way. We'll let me switch to a new slide over here. Let me switch this over to that. Okay. There you go. And so Ancilla. There we go. Ancilla. Let's see, I do have that right, don't I? There is no, yeah, that's right. So here, the accent is on the A. Okay, whoop, let me put the N back in. Short, short, so accent is on the third in front of the penultimate, or the, yeah, so ancilla. But if we, all right. Whoops, sorry about that. There we go. But when we make it a plural possessive, then it becomes ancillarum. We put the stress here. So you'll see a number of places. Let me go ahead and copy that over and put the stress on that.
But that's because it now has 4 syllables instead of
Yes.
3, right?
Yes, yes, it has ancillarum. Okay. And since we put that arum, and that has a long A, the so we go to the last syllable, you never accent the last syllable. Okay. So then you go to the syllable before, and we see that it's long, and that's where the stress goes. Up here, we see it's short. We go to the second to last, we see that it's short, so then we jump to the first one and we put the accent there. So you'll see places where the accent will shift in the word. And believe it or not, I find it makes it easier to pronounce. At least for me, it does. Maybe not so much everybody else, because the language is new, but.
And could you do the same for servus and servorum?
Oh, sure. And you should have caught me 8 seconds ago before I switched.
I tried to, but
That's all right. So here we have servus. Okay. And the accent is on the, now in this case, there really is, there is no third syllable in front. So we have to put the accent there, servus. And then we can do servi just for the heck of it. Whoops. Okay. And the accent location does not change. It is still there. But then if we had plural, servorum, then it shifts. It's still actually in the second. It's actually in the still in the second syllable, but now that syllable is a vo. So servorum, servi, servorum. Okay. All right.
But if again, you were saying that if you have 3 syllables and the second to the last syllable is a short vowel, what's the rule?
As in ancilla?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
it's
accent is on the first.
It's on the first
Well, on the syllable in front.
before.
Yeah, the way it works is skip the last syllable. Okay. Let's see if I can here, let me put in here. Whoops, rules. Whoop. There we go. It's going to get tiny, but that's okay. So first thing you do is you skip the last syllable. There's no accent on the last syllable. So then you look at the second to last. Is it long? and the answer is yes, then put the stress there. No, then the stress goes on the third T-H-I-R-D syllable from the end. There we go. I think I got that right. Let me fix that up. Yeah, there's two L's in syllable. Now, I'm going to add an unless there are only two syllables. Obviously, if there's only two syllables in the word, it's hard to accent the third one from the end because it does not exist. So Anchila, in fact, let's do it this way. This will make the text a little bigger. Here, we'll put what, colon, some like, yeah, there we go. There we go. Make sense?
Yeah, like Servi, for example, notwithstanding the fact that the E in Servi is short, there's no syllable before it.
Yeah,
so
you
that's
got to
where-
put it there. Yeah, and make it servi, not servi.
Servi.
And actually, I think in English that comes out naturally. We wouldn't say, we would, well, we'd say, oh, well, we would say service. We would mangle that U, servus, servi. I mean, I think in English, the two syllable rules make sense. It's only when we have the three syllables that we don't know necessarily where to put the stress. I don't think, well, I can't speak for English. I'm trying to think of a word that has the accent on the second syllable for a two-syllable word. I'm sure English has them because it's such a squirrely language. I just can't think of any at the moment.
A lot of proper names do that. Unusual proper names.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, you're probably right.
But anyway, Servi is an example of your last rule, unless there are two syllables.
Unless there are two syllables, yeah. Okay,
Yep, thank you.
let's get back to here. And do we have any more volunteers?
I can go.
What? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Where do we, oh boy, where do we leave off?
I think it's quis est.
Yeah, here it is. Quiz. And I'm gonna confess, my Pius X will leak out, and you'll catch me saying quis occasionally. It is not quis, but it is quis. So if I say quis, if I say quis, you may laugh at. You are permitted to laugh at me.
And it's Cornelius.
And Cornelius, yes. So go ahead, Anna. I think you were up next, right?
Yes. Quis est Cornelius Dominus Romanus est Julius et Cornelius duo Domine Romani sunt.
Yeah, it's Cornelius.
Cornelius.
Long E. Cornelius.
Cornelius.
Yeah.
Medus non est servus Cornelii.
Yep.
Medus servus Julii est Cornelius. Cuius servus est Medus.
Medus. Long E.
Julius Medus servus meus est. Cornelius esne Davus servus tu. Julius Davus quoque servus meus est. Servi mei sunt Medus. et Davus et ceteri multi. Cornelius esne Delia ancilla tua.
Yeah, okay. Watch the long E's. You like to do,
Like I.
yeah,
Cornelius.
you're making them short E's, Cornelius, or maybe even Cornelius. So Cornelius, Medus. Yeah, I think those were the two in particular. Let's see, there was something, what else was it? Major service.
There was the on line 65, quiz.
Oh, cuius. There we go. Cuius.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, again, Latin, you generally pronounce every single letter. Oh, yeah. Thank you. That reminds me on that one as well. In Latin, you pronounce every single letter pretty much. Now, the only, you can argue about the QUE ending, que, is that, are you pronouncing all the letters or not? But we'll leave that guy aside because that's kind of a special case. But all the letters are pronounced. So cuius, cuius. Now that's actually a short I. So you try and make it a short I, but I think it's going to come out as a long I no matter what you do. But anyway, cuius, cuius, whose servant is Medus. The other one, tuus. We say, again, you pronounce the W, tuus. Okay.
Okay.
You know, adveniat regnum tuum in the Our Father, for example. So tuus, tua, tuum. Okay.
Michael?
Yeah.
You mean it's not Mater Dei?
Sorry, it isn't. No.
Michael brought that up earlier.
Yeah, that's yeah. We actually have a Lutheran church down here.
Someone corrected him when he said Mater Dei, and they said, "Oh no, it's Mater Dei."
Yeah. Yeah. We have a Lutheran church down here called Gloria Dei, and everybody calls it Gloria Dei. In fact, one of their parishioners asked another one of their parishioners that we know, "Who the heck is this Gloria Dei?"
Sounds like an actress.
That's so funny. Like I go there like every week for a choir practice. So I can't believe they pronounce it like that. It's just funny to me.
Really, at Gloria Dei?
Yeah, it's like a community choir that practices there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a church choir. So yeah, we're
Yeah.
doing Brahms and some like Dvorak and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, if they start pronouncing Latin, you'll have to jump in there and tell them how to do it. That's all I can say.
Except it would be the Pius X pronunciation, so maybe
Well,
not.
but that's okay. Okay, for the Liber. All right, that's okay.
Oh, true that.
Let me put it this way: it's probably better than what they'd have.
Yeah, you're right.
You know. All right, let's see if we had everybody. I'm trying to think if there's anybody we've actually skipped. Any last volunteers? Because then otherwise I'll go on to chapter 3. Talk about some of it. Chapter 2, going, gone. So let's see here. I need to, whoa, what happened here? Oh, I'm in the other pane. All right. Let me go to chapter 2. Well, actually, let me mention the exercises. Okay, here we go. All right, for the pensum, what they are looking for are endings, okay? These are endings. So Marcus filius Julii est, Julia filia Julii est. So that's what they're looking on pensum A, pensum being a weight or a burden, and it is the Latin word we use for homework. So burden, yeah, weight, yeah, okay. I think we can all see that. Whoops, too far. Pensum B is actual words, whole words. Marcus filius Romanus est, And by the way, this is graded on submit. Oh, I believe the other one is graded on submit. Let me double check that. Oh, wait, I can do previous here. Here's the fast way. Yeah, these are both graded on submit. Okay. And Pensum B is, and then Pensum C is I have to grade them. Yeah, and they're their usual fill in the sentence. Okay. And so let's go next. Yeah, do work on the flashcards. Let me snag something here just to show you something. There we go. I snagged all of the vocabulary words, and there are currently 77 of them. Now, actually, there are more than that. They didn't throw in Britannia and Italia and Corsica and all the various proper names. They did put in Grecus and Romanus, Greek and Roman. So do review those. I'm going to try and put together a crossword puzzle using the Latin vocabulary. Hopefully I'll get that out here in the next couple of days. Whoops, there we go. Let's go back to that. So let's skip that. Skip that. Chapter 3. All right. Now, chapter 3 is a little bit different. What we have here is not so much a story as we do a dialogue. Okay. And we introduce, at long last, verbs. So Julia cantat. Julia is singing. And you'll hear them in the recording, la la. And then, anyway, so they have the dialogue here. So Marcus Juliam pulsat. Anybody want to try and guess what that means?
Marcus hits Julia.
Yeah, pulsat means to pulse, to strike. The simple term we would use would be hit, which is fine. And so this is where we pick up. Now notice we've had Julia as the noun, and then Juliae as the possessive, and now we have Juliam as in the accusative. And that's going to be the next form we add to our list of endings.
Just in case.
Yeah, and the good news there is the accusative for the A and the for the A ending and US ending and the first and second declension all end in M. So Quintus, Marcum videt, Quintus sees Marcus. So we see that Marcus picks up that UM ending. So in the case of feminine, it's AM. In the case of masculine, it's UM. In the case of neuter, it's UM. Again, singular. So this is nice in that we now pick up verbs. You will see all of these are what's known as third person. In other words, none of these are first or second person verbs. So they're going to start you out gently. In the case of, let's see, where was it? Where was it? Cantat. Okay. Canto is I sing. Cantas is thou singeth. Cantat is he sings. Cantamus is we sing. Cantatus is y'all sing. And cantant is they sing. So eventually we'll fill in the other, what's the word I want? The other person. Right now it's third person singular. but we got to start somewhere. So, so yeah, read up, chapter 3 through the first set of questions or the first set of exercises. Well, let's see how many exercises are here on this one. Let me go back. They usually have 1 or 2. So audio 1, 2. Oh yeah, there's only 2 exercises. So yeah, let's try and get the first 2 exercises done for section 1 of chapter 3. We are not meeting next week since that is Holy Thursday. And so Holy Thursday, the Mass at Annunciation, or the Mass of the Last Supper, will be an extraordinary form Mass. So, you know, that's a good opportunity. I will warn you, it'll be a long one. But then again, even in the ordinary form, Holy Thursday is a long liturgy. So I think we'll end it there unless there are any more questions.
Oh, will you be posting the notes up?
Yes, I will go ahead and send them out. They are like super short because that's it. But I'll send them anyway. I will have to put an appropriate title. So, oh, I suppose I should add a few words as to what we're talking about. But yeah, I'll send them out. Whoop, let's go back. There we go. And so Michael, just for you, you've got more endings coming up in the next chapter.
Thank you.
That's right. You escaped reading, didn't you? Darn.
No, I didn't. I was sleeping. I was trying to be quiet this time, trying to be good. So I turned off my mute. I muted my speaker.
That's a much better story than you were sleeping.
Yeah. I wanted to give everybody else a chance.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
And that type of guy.
I put a quote in Latin.
Oh, Michael, would you also be able to show us what the homework is for the week?
Oh, for 3?
Yes.
Okay. I believe both of those are the fill in the blank. Let me look.
So there's only 2 of them then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get off easy. Yeah, and they're
okay.
looking for, and these are answers on, before I forget. Yeah, these are answers on submit. They're looking for single words. The good news is these are the answers, not in order, but these are hints on the answers that go in there. And yeah, they're both fill in the blank, single word. Whoop, no, I'm sorry. Okay, take that back. 1 was fill in the blank for words. 2 is fill in the blank for endings. So Marcus Juliam pulsat. So since Marcus is hitting Julia is what's known as the direct object, or the and the reason they call it a direct object means that is the object that is the direct in the direct action of the verb, as opposed to an indirect object, which we'll talk about even later. So this one is just fill in the endings.
So, hey, Michael, when we do these, we just fill them in, then send them to you, then afterwards review and see how many we got right or wrong.
Well, it depends. Okay, let me fix something here.
Okay.
I'm in instructor view. Let's do student view. All right, start. Okay, so I'm going to say Julian. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're all done, you hit check answer.
Oh, I've been sending them to you first, then I check answer afterwards.
Well, okay. If they are graded in, yeah, look it up here at the activity. Graded answers on submit means the
Mhm.
computer will check you for it because there really is only one answer. Okay. The only thing that can go in this box is an AM. Okay. For the other ones where you will see that, let's see, let me find one here. Let's see here. When we were back in chapter 2, and we did, I think it was Pencil C. Oh, figures. It's going to be, yoo-hoo. Oh, wait, am I still in? Oh, let me go back to structure view for a moment. All right, where is, all right, where is it? Okay, now I got to find one that I actually have to grade. I think that one. Nope. All right, where was it?
No battery.
Where what was it? Was it? Okay, 4?
I think they were all like that.
No. I have to grade, I had to grade something in chapter 2. All right, let me see here. Where was it? Maybe it was 5. No. Good grief. Oh, wait. Let me go back.
Well, while you're checking,
Oh, that's strange.
it
Anyway,
doesn't do me any, I mean, you any good. If before I submit it to you, I check my answers, found out, oops,
Well-
I made mistakes, then I correct them. Then I send it in like 100%. You're going, boy, Michael's really getting it.
well, no, because it's not going to work that way. The ones that are simple fill in the blank, that's the way you do it, is you fill them in, you check it, and then you send it in. And by the way, when you're done, I discovered some of you are not clicking on the little finish button. When you are finished, that will send it to me. And if it's the computer graded, then it will put it in the grade book. A couple of folks were not actually hitting finish, so I wondered where, why they were so far behind. And they said, "Oh, I already did all those." And I said, "Oh, okay. Did you hit the finish?"
Oh, yeah, they weren't submitting them
And
to you.
yeah, they weren't submitted. So,
Yeah.
So all right.
No,
let's-
like I said,
Yeah, I
did-
thought it was a play button.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to
the
play the
play.
audio again.
Yeah, no, you hover over there and you see the word finish.
And
So-
Michael, you know what else helps doing these? And I finally figured this one out. If, like right there, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of that exercise, go all the way down, and it should say extra material. Maybe it doesn't. on
Oh,
that one.
additional materials. There it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I hit that, and then you hit to right there, bingo, hit that. Then it gives you, I guess, maybe a better use
Oh,
of
there we go.
where you're supposed to pick your words from in the margin.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah, I found that out by accident because there's times, if you notice, when I submit the stuff to you, it'll be like 30 minutes of transpired before I send it in to you, and that's because I'm struggling over each one.
Oh
question.
yeah, I had the opposite problem. I could get the spelling very easily, but my geography is so lousy. I have no idea what continents anything is, and I have to keep going to Wikipedia and saying, what continent is Egypt in? Because they don't actually know.
Well, that's why we never ask women for directions. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, my biggest mistake is when I'm typing, I get overexcited. Okay, I know this answer, and I forget to put in the stupid macron.
Yeah. Well,
And then I mean, the word's right, but it's misspelled.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, you know.
and actually you can, I don't know if you can print these. Can we print this?
Boy, I was wondering about that next.
Oh, and the answer is yes, you can print that. Yeah, I just, Here, I can open this.
It's a
in-
control
as a
print, I
PDF.
guess.
So
Pretty-
yeah, if
pretty
you
good
want
at
to, you
printing,
can even,
Michael.
here, let me go ahead and bring that up. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. There we go. See, this is, I told it instead of print it, yeah, you just popped it up and you can save it as PDF.
Right, there you go, and then print it.
Oh, interesting. We got all the way through chapter, was it start chapter 1? Oh, okay. Yeah, we started chapter 2. And yeah, that's kind of, I did not know that was there.
Hey, do I get extra points for that?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I may have to take off extra points though for bad spelling.
Okay.
Okay, what's going on? Oh, I see what I did. Hold on here. Hold on here. I lost my display window. Give me just a second here to get it back. All right, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Share screen. We will go back to that.
Alex, you were going to say something?
Oh, no, I was going to ask him how he printed it, but now that I can see that you save it as PDF,
Oh, well, yeah, okay. For mine,
that's even
now,
better to
the
save it.
way
as
I do it,
PDF.
I'll click on that, and I don't know if this shows up, but I can do a see, how did I print that? Let's see, this is the, yeah, there it is. And you can also do a well, let me close that. And
I wonder if it's just Control P and just hit the page, print the page.
let's see, how did I do that? I just did it a second ago.
Go back go to the corner there, right there, press on that. And then at the top, you
Oh,
can
there
see
it is.
the print.
Yes, there you go.
But that also is a place where you can, to the right of that print
Yeah.
icon is the saved icon, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, so you
Right
can't
to the-
do that.
yeah,
if
to
it
the right
helps.
of that, that's where you can
Yeah, that's a download or upload. or whatever.
download it as a PDF.
Right.
And yeah, if you want to take that and fill it out first, that's great.
That's what I do, and then that way, so then it looks like I'm a genius when I send it into you.
Okay.
Because I don't time myself when I'm filling that part out until I'm actually get ready to type it in.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you don't have to, yeah. I'm fairly
See, because it asks for time and not time, and then it says attempts, number of attempts. And I
yes.
thought, well, the first time I submitted to you, it was wrong, and then I'll hit review, and I go, oh, Maggie, you dummy.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, what I've done is
And then resubmit after I corrected my mistakes.
yeah, and what I try to do for all of you is if I see multiple submissions, let me show you what I see here.
Yeah, just look at mine. I guarantee you'll see something.
Messages, grade center. Okay, so occasionally I will see multiple submissions. Francis, I'm in the middle of working on yours. I will pick the latest one and get rid of the old one. That way there's no point in me, grading all of them. And what happens then is it then goes into
The grade book.
grade book. And oops, I'm in student view here. And you'll find out that I haven't been doing my homework. So there we go, instructor view. And so it will then tell me, where everybody is. And but I have not, I accept late work. I've let the I have let it the most generous settings for doing the homework. There are people that use this application in formal school settings. And so, in that case, there are deadlines for work and because they're taking it for an official grade.
Mhm.
So there is that option, but I'm just happy if you guys get it done more or less on time. So,
Okay.
okay.
But we have a little time to catch up.
Yes, that was the other thing I was going to emphasize. Do try and catch up. I think you're beginning to see what I'm worrying about or warning you about is you build on previous units. And so it's real easy to get behind and find yourself in a very, very deep hole that's hard to get out of. So do try and
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to ask you why when I did an exercise, it gave me what I think is -2 points on every single one, even though my answers were identical to the list, and it still claims I have 0 points.
I'll open it up when we're done here. I'll look at it and see what's going
Oh,
on.
okay, okay.
Um,
Maybe it doesn't mean -2 points, but I
well,
hate to see that minus.
Yeah, I did point out to you that it was exercise 3, not -3 on the exercise.
Okay, well, yeah, and it still says I had 0 points, so, which
No, I
was
know what
very,
you're talking about. It was like 0 -2. I mean, yeah.
yeah,
minus
it's
two, I
Are you
very
sure?
confusing.
Are you sure you hit submit on all of them?
Yeah, I don't think you've
I,
hit,
I did, but it says that I have 0 points.
Same
This
here. Maybe
was-
that, maybe it's a non-graded,
no, they're all graded. I'll look.
This is, okay,
Yeah, I'll
this
look
was
at it.
exercise 7.
Yeah, I'll have to look at it later.
Okay,
All right, hopefully that is it.
Hmm.
So we will go back to our slides here and we will, as I said, if you have not already finished chapter 1, whoops, sorry about that, and 2, all, whoops, wow, I really did mangle that. And all the exercises. There we go. And for next time, chapter 3 of the Familia Romana, part 1, or capitulum tertium pars unum. Sorry, pars una.
I've seen it.
And Michael, you're going to send this to us?
Yeah, I'll send you the
Sweet.